You don't have to manhandle me like he just did. That's what a Texas grandma told a Tyrant cop after he turned her, a victim, into a suspect, only because she exercised her rights. Coming up on the Corruption Report, you'll see how the police bully and intimidate victims into compliance. I couldn't believe just how far cops would go, trampling on rights in order to get their way.
You dirt, dude, you keep manhandling me. You don't have to manhandle me like he just did.
Brazoria has detained is advising that Mr. Gray is the person who told her that she did not have to give her name.
Do you have your driver's license on you?
I do not have to give it to you.
So I'm trying to help you out.
No, you're not. Take him to jail and you'll help me and my daughter out greatly.
I'm trying to help you out.
Okay, you're not helping
You're a
me.
victim.
Yeah, you're not helping me.
Are you intoxicated? I need you to identify yourself.
I just did.
Only by name.
That's right.
I need your date of birth.
I don't need to give you nothing
All
else.
right. Then what will happen is you're failing to comply with a criminal investigation.
And I don't have to.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't, sir.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't, sir.
All right.
Right.
You're a victim, right?
Oh, you can't order me to. This is by law. You cannot.
Hey, it's okay for y'all to film, but just step over there so that
we're right here.
we can.
We're on a public right away.
Yeah, we're on the public road.
I understand that, but our investigation.
Oh, just investigate. Don't worry about us. Investigate away. Don't worry about us.
You're in public.
55, log Mr. Gray standing approximately 6 feet behind Brazoria as they attempt to conduct their investigation.
Howdy, I'm Justin Pulliam. Brazoria, Texas is a rural town of 3,000 residents south of Houston. On the evening of November 7th, 2020, the police department received a call about a domestic disturbance. Extra Good Citizen and I arrived soon after Officer Aaron Milligan, badge 1304, who was inside for several minutes before bringing the suspect out. Do you think the suspect exercised his right to remain silent? Or did he provide the police officer with enough incriminating evidence to establish probable cause for his arrest?
That's clear. I believe it's going to be a physical disturbance. Caller doesn't know the exact address. Did advise that a male was intoxicated and put his hands on many subjects.
He literally had me on top of my grandson.
So they're asking her for ID?
Uh-huh.
And,
You're the complainant?
Yes.
yeah, so
You don't have to ID to make a criminal complaint. If you're the victim, you do not have to ID.
right? Or was it you don't, I'm not sure.
No, I don't want nowhere around him. He done went psycho and everything. Puts my daughter's face
Do you need to sit in our car?
You want to sit over here? You can. You're welcome to.
I want to hear the lies that he's saying.
Yeah, that's always best. We'll be fine letting you do
I
that.
want to hear all the lies he's trying to say.
Gotta get a microphone here.
My daughter even confirmed it.
Okay. I'm telling you what I've been
Right. Yeah, I get that. But like, just like another story getting it out.
Right.
I'm gonna
So,
throw
yeah.
mine out there.
Okay,
you know
tell
what I
me
mean?
yours.
So we come home and she's like, Franklin and working with some other. I put my hands
He
back.
lets you go. It's beyond me.
I push her back. That's like getting her back right here. Literally by this window. I push her back to get around. As I get around, she kind of falls to the floor. I literally did like this.
Alright,
It's
so
like a defensive move, whatever. I mean, I know.
okay, so you didn't actually place your hands around or on her neck?
No, I'm doing this. Literally.
He's lying his ass off.
Alright, well, from
He's admitting to hurting her.
what I got, she hit you.
I mean, she was in my face.
She was in your face?
Just like I put my hands on her, she put her hands on me. There was no.
Well, if you pushed her, then you put your hands on her.
I moved her out of the way. I mean, she's in my face.
Okay.
I can't let her person injure myself without.
My daughter just told him that he threw her to the ground and pushed her face against the freaking floor too. So if he does not arrest her,
I know y'all.
or if he does not arrest him,
I think he understands what's going on.
I don't see that.
I'm sure if I got your face, you would just
Okay. Well,
free me.
this is what we're gonna do. You don't have anything on you, right? No? Okay. Well, turn around. Turn around for me. Put your hands behind your back.
You can tell me what this is. about as you do it.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. So as of right now, you're being arrested for Class C family violence. You know what that is? Class C family violence. Alright.
He even grabbed my phone and took it away from me, so I wouldn't call 911.
That's a crime too.
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm.
Because they heard it on 911.
We'll let the officer know when he has a chance.
75 Bushel 115.
Crazy that women have the same power.
It's not necessarily women, man. Based off of your story and based off of her, you touched her. She didn't like that.
Y'all don't have no problem with that, right? Y'all don't have a problem with
Take a seat.
that. But y'all have no problem. Just let me
Take
finish
a
my
seat.
sentence. Let me finish my sentence.
You can finish it as soon
Okay.
as you sit down.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Sit down.
I'm trying to be.
I
I just want to
Okay.
understand.
Then sit down. And you will
Help me understand.
put your feet inside.
Okay, but you're gonna help me understand.
Put your feet inside.
This is what. I'm a guy.
Now you can finish
I'm
talking.
yeah, but it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. Now that I'm compliant and I'm in here, I have 2 kids right now, bro, that I have to worry about.
Alright.
Like these women, I don't care about the kids. If that's the mom and the mother of the child, of the person, I have 2 children that are the most important thing to me.
Okay. Well, for right now,
Okay, but I just want you to understand that. Sanchez,
Milligan.
William.
Yeah. That is number 1304.
I'm not trying to be a threat. I'm just trying to say I got kids that only.
Okay.
I'm
But
they're
you-
only parent.
You touched them.
No.
Okay.
I just made
Here,
sure they
here.
weren't spitting in my face, bro. Like that's it.
Well, you never said spitting before.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure like people weren't fucking yelling in my face. Like you would do the same thing if someone was in your
All
face like that.
Well, sit tight, man.
Exactly.
Come on, Mr. Gray. What's going on, man? All right.
The man admitted to making physical contact with the victims, and he was placed under arrest. Don't talk to the police. They will allow you to dig your own grave. In the United States, you are under no obligation to cooperate with the police or assist them with an investigation, especially when they are investigating you. There are very few instances in which you must speak to the police. In Texas, one such instance is when you are lawfully arrested. If asked by the police, you must provide your name, date of birth, and residence address. Unless you are driving, there is no other circumstance when you must identify to the police. However, modern-day policing revolves around maximizing field contacts to run subjects, as we are called, through law enforcement databases. Officers are instructed to collect as many IDs as possible. Many cops don't care about your rights. The Constitution is a nuisance to them, so they will aggressively strong-arm you into giving up your identification details. Pleasing government master is more important to them than respecting the taxpayer. Last week, I published a show about the Rosenberg, Texas Police Department arresting a man for unpaid traffic tickets after a family member called 911 for a medical emergency. Traffic citation revenue is a significant portion of the budget for smaller Texas cities. The police fund their salaries by shaking down the public for money. There are many good justifications for keeping your identification details private, and avoiding going to jail for supposedly fine-only traffic violations is a legitimate reason to remain silent. Policing for profit disproportionately hurts the underprivileged. Meanwhile, the wealthy are hardly bothered by a ticket. In a truly free country, people would not be snatched off the streets and stuffed into cages for being poor. However, the job of the policeman is to arrest people. It doesn't matter who. Criminal, victim, caller, witness, relative, or even journalist. All are at risk of going to jail and facing criminal charges. It's why you should avoid the police if possible, and always film them if you can't leave. Police routinely make arrests based off of anonymous tips. The police do not have to identify victims and witnesses prior to making arrests or filing charges. In fact, the Brazoria cop did not initially identify the girlfriend, yet she wasn't placed into cuffs. It wasn't until hours later that the officer returned to the home to get her information. Although I think it would be good to require a sworn statement prior to depriving a suspect of his liberty, the police cannot compel a victim to talk. It is your right to be verbally non-compliant, no matter how mad it makes the police. Texas Penal Code 3815D specifically states that the crime of interference with the public duties cannot consist of speech alone.
How's it going? What happened?
I was watching the kids, and he came in because I told him I had to be at work tomorrow. I've been up since 3:30 this morning. He came in drunker and tonight. It's my daughter's birthday. Oh my God, it just all happened so freaking quick.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm just worried about my daughter. He took her and pushed her face against the floor. He kept trying to get a hold of me, and I kept...
I'm sorry. We're just, me and another guy, we go around, we record the cops just to make sure everybody's rights are
Oh no,
not violated.
he's doing a really good job. He asked me to get my ID and everything, and
Are you suspected of a crime?
me?
You don't have to ID.
No,
if you don't
I have a warrant out for my arrest
Don't
for not
ID.
paying a traffic
Don't
ticket.
ID. Don't ID. Don't
And
ID.
what do I say? That's gonna make
Don't.
me look
In
even
Texas, you only have to give your ID if you're lawfully arrested. Just tell them you would like to plead the fifth and you don't want to answer questions.
worse. I don't want to say that either.
You have to, or they're going to take you to jail.
Ma'am,
Yes,
do you have your driver's license on you?
I do not have to give it to you. I was the caller,
Okay.
so I'm not going to give it to you.
But you're also a victim, correct?
Yes, I am, and I do not have to give you my driver's license.
All right, ma'am, it's for the report.
No, I can give you my name and everything like that. I do not have to give you my driver's license.
Okay. Can I get your name and date of birth?
It's Lisa Johnson.
Lisa Johnson, John Son. What's your date of birth, ma'am?
I don't have to give you no information.
Ma'am,
No, sir.
I'm trying to help you
No,
out.
you're not. Take him to jail, and you'll help me and my daughter out greatly.
He's in the back of my car,
Okay.
about to go to jail. I'm trying to help you out.
Okay, you're not helping
You're a
me.
victim.
Yeah, you're not helping me.
Are you intoxicated?
Am I intoxicated? I've been watching the kids all night.
It's just a question.
Okay, no, I am not. And thank you for asking.
You refused EMS, correct?
That's right.
And you're not hurt?
No. Just
No?
Emotionally and... No.
All right. Well, ma'am, I need you to identify yourself.
I just did.
Only by name.
That's right.
I need your date of birth.
I don't need to give you nothing
All right.
else.
Then what will happen
Mm-hmm.
is you're failing to comply with a criminal investigation.
And I don't have to.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't, sir.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't, sir.
All right. Miss Johnson,
You're going to place me under arrest now, too?
I don't want to.
You can't.
Are
and
you sure?
if you do, you're going to be in trouble.
Okay. Well,
Here we go.
Yeah, guys,
You
you're
guys
right.
said that you're going to get me out of jail, right?
3802 does say that you are.
Are you live, John?
I am.
Yeah.
3802 does say that you don't have to identify unless you're lawfully arrested.
And now I'm being
Okay.
lawfully arrested?
And interference can't
Thank you.
consist of speech only.
Sir,
So Texas Penal Code 3802 does say that she doesn't have to.
I'm glad you're on camera.
74. Complaints currently.
Go ahead, sir.
Arrested for not identifying. So
He's back up at this moment.
Why?
Oh,
Why do you need backup right now?
So you don't have to be in the car with him.
Oh,
10-4. All right. Miss Johnson, can you step over here, please?
no, sir.
Miss
You
Johnson.
dude, you keep manhandling me.
Just
I
comply.
swear to
Just
God.
comply. It'll go best for you if you
Okay,
just
thank
do
you,
everything he
guys.
says.
You said you're going to get me out of
Take
jail,
a seat
right?
right here on the bumper, all right?
Where this man is?
Take a seat on the bumper.
You don't have to manhandle
do
me
that?
like he just did.
Can you do that?
Yes, I can.
Take
Can you
a
be
seat.
nicer?
Take a seat.
I'm the victim.
guys, Brazoria.
You're not acting like it.
Texas.
Oh, sure I'm not.
You guys want to give a call?
Look, if you refuse to identify yourself as a victim, how can I arrest this guy if you're refusing to identify?
My daughter just told you exactly what happened to her and me.
Right.
Right.
You're a victim, right?
So, is he right or am I, are you guys right?
74. There's a county unit
Is he
available.
right or
Has
you guys
another one
right?
detained.
A witness to a
Not
crime
even
has
me.
no obligation to identify you. Just cannot give incorrect
First name
information.
is Lisa, last name
I
Johnson.
did not give no false information. That's why I refuse to give anything more.
Brazoria is requesting a unit priority 1. They have a combative subject.
Guys, this is Brazoria, Texas. Somebody in the chat wants to put that telephone number in there.
That's so wrong.
You can clearly see
You
that
know it.
this was
Right
an arrest
now.
for failure to
I don't
identify.
care.
You're refusing to identify yourself.
I don't have to.
Okay, I'm good now. I'm good.
By
No,
the
no, no.
law. You can't order me to. This is by law. You cannot. I gave you my name. My daughter gave you her statement. She told you exactly what happened. You have the man in the back of your car that did this. So I don't understand the problem. I really don't.
Okay. And we'll just wait here.
Oh, 4.
Okay.
10-9, the last name on that subject. Also be advised, deputies are in route. Unknown ETA.
Oh, 4, that's clear. They'll just be for transportation purposes only. Last name's gonna be Johnson.
You gonna send me out to county?
Yeah, guys, 3802.
That's
What's your
by
name?
unknown
Never mind,
date.
don't,
No, I already gave my name. Lisa Johnson.
never mind.
Lisa
Don't
Johnson.
say it. Just don't talk.
Alright.
You guys are absolutely right. 3802 says she doesn't have to identify unless she's been lawfully arrested.
And now
You
I
guys
have
are
been.
right. Not lawfully.
No, not lawfully. All because he wanted to stay out more so he can get even drunker. He put me on the couch on the top of my grandson. My
That's
grandson.
news to me.
That's news to you? That's my daughter. I had to grab my grandson
You didn't tell me that the first time.
because everything happened so quickly.
Ma'am, you're entitled to an attorney,
And a supervisor.
and you're no longer being treated as a victim or a witness. You're being treated as a suspect now. You're arrested. I just do everything they say. Give them the information they ask for at this point, and
I have to go to
we'll
work
forward this
tomorrow.
to some
That was
attorneys.
the whole point in them coming home early.
Pretty foggy where they're coming from. Too bad they
Yeah, they're running.
didn't get the message that it was for transport only.
I bet you my daughter's hitting me right now. Terrified. Yeah, she has
Guys,
no
they need to
place
keep in
go.
mind exactly 3802 here, guys. 3802. So,
Stay right here,
And I'm gonna stay right here.
Well, they sent 2 units.
Alright. Proceed from there.
Hey, it's okay for y'all to film, but just step over there so that
yeah,
we
we're
can-
right here.
We can.
We're
gonna
on
be
public
right
right away.
Yeah, we're on the public side.
I understand that, but our investigation.
Oh, just investigate. Don't worry about us. Investigate away. Don't worry about us.
You're in public too.
55, log Mr. Gray standing approximately 6 feet behind Brazoria as they attempt to conduct their investigation.
All right, guys, start sharing the stream with everyone, please. They're trying to escalate the county guys.
So,
They logged
called
Mr. Gray
911.
standing here.
Didn't know the address. I'm out here. So you're standing, waiting me down. And then,
7504. Confirming the second subject to be Lisa Lynn Johnson.
that
Date of birth 2.
both of them, they just go back. He's intoxicated. He laid his hands on her, pushing her out. The daughter is also saying the same thing. His girlfriend placed her on the rest in the back of the car. I see her now. She felt to identify herself.
I said my name is Lisa Johnson.
Robert Tyrell's mom, right? Doesn't he live in that house? No.
Dude, I'm over here babysitting my grandkids.
No, I'm sorry, wrong house.
Okay, this one right here.
So, is she 9 out?
No.
She's not 9 out?
So she felt to identify herself.
Go on the other side.
They told me to. I gave my right name. My name is Lisa Johnson. I did not lie about that in any way, shape, or form, sir. Huh?
It's okay for you to film. People
What did you just say?
Then I have to constantly look at you. Don't look at me. Don't worry about me.
It's my daughter's birthday.
Don't worry. You know, he said
We
my name
already
when he
know
walked
y'all
up.
know who y'all are. Y'all put it over the air, guys.
You
Come
already
on.
said there's activists in the area, and he said Mr. Gray, log him 6 feet. You know I'm no harm to you. I know. I'm just. Don't just.
behind me.
Don't just. Please.
This
lady's being
Is there any physical description? I'm unable to
As a
identify
witness
this woman.
to a
She is
crime, to a
uncompliant.
violent crime.
Says she cannot be arrested. Ask for ID unless you're
White
lawfully
female,
arrested. She is not. Okay. Right now, you guys are in violation of that.
170,
Okay.
black over blue.
I just want to take my daughter to a safe place. That's all I want to do. I gave my right hand. I did not lie back.
Alright, Ms. Johnson, what's your name? Mary? Or
Just
Lisa?
there's subject search for that.
Lisa L. Johnson.
Lisa L. Johnson?
Brazoria has detained is advising that Mr. Gray is the person who told her that she did not have to give her name.
Right.
Okay, can you get the paper?
22874. That had it right. Two.
Oh, for this place, maybe come from.
What? Contrary. You would have given me your statement. I was gone. That was it.
Well, I was being told something else.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
let them know.
Yes, I did, sir.
Ms. Johnson,
Yes, sir.
contrary to whatever you were told before I got here, okay? I have a book in my car. I'd be happy to show it to you. Failure to identify.
I did not. I did
Oh,
my
oh,
name. So,
Failure to identify covers victims, witnesses, and anyone else who's suspected
I
of
just wanted,
committing a crime.
I just wanted to get my daughter.
Guys.
Oh, God.
That's Missouri County Sheriff.
Share this video with everyone. This is crazy, guys.
I know. I'm gonna call.
I was called here because I wanted to have a problem.
That's all I want to do, sir. That's all I want to do is just get my daughter
Let's go to
and
call
my grandkids out of her, please. That's all I'm begging
Brazoria,
you.
Texas Police Department. What they're doing 3802. I'm not happy
So
about
you're going to
this.
provide her?
Yes, sir, I will.
You provide me a written statement? What
Yes, sir,
happened?
I will.
Okay, you're not intoxicated to do this,
No,
right?
sir, I'm not. I've been here all
I
night.
know, you said you were watching your kid, your grandkids. You had to escalate this.
They said it's an emergency number. There's numbers that aren't emergency numbers. You can keep calling. So guys, we have managed to get her out of cuffs. That's good.
I'm gonna go get a statement form, and I need you to write me a written statement. You said you had your driver's license on you. Where's it at?
We're at your car. Guys, make sure you smash that like button.
Additional police arrived, and all they did was escalate the situation. It's sad that instead of respecting rights, reducing conflict, and providing correct application of the law, more police lead to more aggression. Outnumbering a suspect is an intimidation tactic used to force voluntary compliance with the tyrannical whims of the police. Even with cameras rolling, the police treated the woman horribly. Extra Good Citizen has had lots of problems with the Brazoria County Sheriff's deputies. They are journalist agitators. They were immediately antagonistic to us, trying to stifle our rights and crying out to dispatch. It wasn't even their scene. The police continued to articulate an incorrect understanding of the law. Interestingly, the city cop changed his mind, later saying that she was only detained and not arrested. That doesn't minimize the civil rights violation, though. One deputy said he could pull out the law book. I wish he would have done that.
Person commits an offense if he intentionally refuses to give his name, residence, address, and date of birth to a peace officer who has lawfully arrested the person and requested the information. A person commits an offense if he intentionally gives a false or fictitious name, residence, address, or date of birth to a peace officer who has lawfully arrested the person or lawfully detained the person. So, there's the statute with the full requirements. That's all we need is your name and date of birth, then you're released from detention, and you're on your way.
I'm engaged in a constitutionally protected activity. You cannot criminalize a constitutionally protected activity for the purpose of detaining
As far as a field investigation, a police investigation, we are justified in identifying who you are.
Okay,
And
I'll
that's
tell you
what
what.
we're basing this on.
I'll tell you what I just told him.
The Texas failure to identify law is very simple. You must provide your name, date of birth, and residence address if asked for each, and only if you are lawfully arrested. At all other times, you must not lie about who you are, but you are certainly allowed to remain silent and decline to provide your name. If you have a warrant and violate the failure to ID law, it carries an increased penalty. There are other laws that regulate your obligation to identify while driving. The law does not require a high level of reading comprehension to understand, and anyone with a basic understanding of constitutional rights should realize that free people are not required to talk to the police, regardless of what other laws may purport to require. The abusive cops quickly framed the victim as the one doing wrong, even though the police were the ones breaking the law. Rather than take accountability for their actions, they blamed the victim for exercising her rights. The police often vilify people who assert their liberty. Eventually, the dispatcher was able to locate the victim in the database with only her first and last name. The dispatcher provided the officer with her date of birth and descriptive information and said that she had an active municipal warrant for an unpaid traffic ticket. She was released from custody after agreeing to show her driver's license to the officer. The police acted like benevolent heroes for releasing her and made us out to be the bad guys. Of course, the police can't allow everyone to learn their rights, and they will do everything they can to shut down activists. They do not want you to know how to effectively stand up to the police. They would rather you comply with their deceptive tactics.
Ma'am, don't worry. We have very good evidence of what happened, and it can't be destroyed.
Yeah, we saved her, guys.
Did you get that deputy's
yes,
name?
I got.
He doesn't know
Hey, can I get names and
anything.
badge numbers, please? Wait, hold on. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Name and badge number, please. 1881. I need your name and badge number too, sir. Hey, Tyrant! I need your name and badge number. I need your name and badge number, Tyrant.
He's backing down the street from John.
140734. 1407343.
For that Lisa Johnson has been released. She was only detained at that time. Able to identify. Clear copy 27. I understand that you already have it.
Gave up the ID.
Go ahead.
Intimidation. ID card.
It is an intimidation attempt.
Intimidation. You guys.
4156.
She was already out of cuffs, dude. Alright, she was already out of cuffs.
I only got out of cuffs because I told him I would get it.
Alright, Ms. Johnson.
They're allowed to lie to you. Yeah, you guys remember that.
You
Police are
would.
allowed to lie, so.
Fill out as much information as you can. Alright, this is going to be your information. The person is providing the statement. Okay? Whenever you start with the statement, start on today's date or whatever time it happened. And then go from there. You can do it in chronological order. That'd be great. And then
Is my daughter going to let us statement too?
yes. Okay. I'm going to ask her to provide a statement.
Like I said, it all happened so fast. He walked into the door. He told me, "Don't you ever say that you can
Ms.
babysit
Johnson,
again."
here, how about this? We're going to go inside. That way you can sit down at a table and write this down, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. That way I can watch your daughter's work.
As soon as this call ended, there was a rollover crash on Highway 36. The officer once again bucked up while interviewing and IDing a witness. The police want to operate in secret even when they are in the middle of public. But I wasn't going to allow him to bully another witness that night.
Thanks for Brazoria Fire. Being around the Highway 36 and Kenner 347, repeating North Brook to Kenner 347 for 1050 unknown, single vehicle, burgundy sedan, hit the culvert.
E75 can you see if a trooper is available? It'll be for the driver, possibly intoxicated. 75 if you could also log John F. Gray, also on scene of this call.
Alright guys, if y'all can back up please, just give us a moment. Can you do that? Just back up for a moment.
He's a witness. I'm a witness too.
You saw the accident?
I'm witnessing you right now.
I had already interviewed the witness, and I got more information out of her than he did. Bully attitudes are not effective for gathering information.
That person was maybe a couple of, cars ahead of me, and then all of a sudden it just swerved off and hit the curb.
Just by itself.
Yeah. And then after it hit the curb, it kind of fell apart. A piece of the car went.
Unfortunately, the partisan rhetoric misses the mark when it comes to police reform. A few important policy changes could substantially improve things. First, we need to stop arresting people for inability to pay. Not only do these arrests contribute to inequality, but it takes officers off the street, which makes government even more expensive. Next, police should be prohibited from checking victims and witnesses for warrants. People should not be afraid to report real crimes, and people should not have to risk going to jail by asking for help. The existence of a warrant is irrelevant. The shakedowns need to end. I don't have to manufacture a scene for YouTube. I prefer to show you real police corruption. Viewer-supported independent journalism allows me to publish the truth that matters. Cop watching is time-consuming, risky, and expensive. If you'd like to help me expose and correct government corruption, please consider sending a donation of $10, $5, or more. Information about how to donate is in the video description. If you enjoyed this show, I would appreciate your like, subscribe, and share. I look forward to reading your comments about this rights retaliation. Exercise your rights to remain silent, have an attorney, and video record the police. Thank you for watching.